Okay. So how are you guys doing today?
Really
Doing
good.
well.
Good.
Yeah.
So I'd like to start off by having you guys introduce yourselves. Todd, do you want to start?
Sure. My name is Todd Siff, and I am the department chair and professor of theater arts here at MPC. And been here about 2.5 years at MPC and directing plays and teaching theater classes.
My name is Faith Beety. I'm a graduate of MPC. I have my BA in theater from, not my AA in theater from here. So this is coming home for me to do Our Town.
Oh, wow.
I'm Gilbert Wright. I'm currently enrolled as an MPC student. This is my third play with MPC. So I'm excited to be a part of it, for sure.
My name is Tara Mann. I did not graduate from MPC, didn't really take any classes. I went to Chapman University in Southern California, but I've been doing theater for about 15 years. This is actually my second straight play, though, and funnily enough, it's the same straight play I did Our Town about 10 years ago.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Hey, interesting.
Cool.
That's cool. So do you want to talk about Our Town? Like, who are you guys playing? Tell us a little bit about the play itself.
Sure. I'll take that one and then you guys can. So Our Town is a play written in 1938 by Thornton Wilder. It's a Pulitzer Prize winning play, and it has 3 distinct acts. It's about a town called Grover's Corners, New Hampshire, from the years 1901 till 1914. And in Act 1, we witness George and Emily and their families, and we just see a day in the life of their family life. So we see them eat breakfast, then we see them go to school, and then we see them have a flirtatious conversation, George and Emily, and then we see them go to choir practice, and we see them go to sleep. And that's Act 1. In Act 2, it's George and Emily's wedding. And immediately, we're 3 years later, and they're getting married. And we get to see and witness the nerves from both George and Emily of what is the rest of my life going to hold, and what is marriage about, and can we do this? You know, the things that, frankly, everybody feels when they're in a relationship or heading towards marriage. And then the last act is Emily has died in childbirth with their second child, and she enters the grave. And so we see her funeral, and then we see her enter the world of the dead, and we see many of the characters from Act 1 and Act 2 in the world of the dead. And stage manager gets to bring Emily into one last memory of life, and Emily chooses her 12th birthday to go back to and relive. And when she relives that moment, she realizes, oh my goodness, we don't look at each other. We don't take the time to spend with each other that we could. We don't tell each other that we love each other. We don't tell each other all the things that we love about each other. And Emily then leaves that memory and goes back to the grave, and the play ends. Yeah. So.
Well, this is Faith again. I play the stage manager, and I feel like I'm the guide through this experience. And just making the commentary and moving people through this day in the life, and then the marriage, and then into death. I think the most amazing thing about this play is that it transcends time. It was written in 1938, but it's relevant in every aspect today. And having gone through, for me, in this experience, all the things that I guide people through in this play, except death, it's a phenomenal experience for me, and a reminder that every moment is important, and you need to be present at all times. And so it's been a real gift for me at this time.
This is Gilbert. So I'm playing George, and it's been a really unique experience just because it's my first leading role in a play, so there's that, but it's also it again, like what Faith was saying, it's very relevant, and I think a lot of us in the cast are going through things that are discussed in the play, so it's been a little therapeutic for some of us.
Yeah.
But it's what's cool about it is the lack of set. There's just a lot of opportunity for the actor to just play make believe.
Yeah.
And just kind of immerse yourself in the world. And I think it provides the audience with a great opportunity to do that as well. And it's just really, I read this play for a class last year, and I just remember once I finished it, I was just like, that'd be kind of a cool play to put on. So I'm grateful to get to be a part of this. It's really cool.
So I actually had a question about just being an actor. Do personal experiences enhance your performance?
I can answer that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I started out young. I was here at 17, coming to school and acting. And I acted in high school, and I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Art. Now, being at the age that I am now and the experience that I have, it's so much more relevant and real to me, more than you could ever experience unless you've lived it. So that's just going from kind of acting it and now being it. It's a transcendental kind of situation, and that's what I'm feeling in this one. I know for me, I wouldn't come out and do something that didn't mean something to me at this point, and it just continues to be more meaningful. But I'd say definitely.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's funny because when I started out, I was 10 years old. I was doing Disney musicals and stuff like that. So it was just, it was just fun make-believe. But the more I do it, and as I've grown up, I really have been feeling it more, and especially with Our Town. I did it 10 years ago. I was ensemble. I was just kind of in the background. I didn't really connect with it much. But now coming back to it, playing Emily, the lead and everything, I'm really feeling it a lot more. And I'm actually the same age that she is in the final act. So even though I don't have some of those same experiences that she goes through, I'm not married, I haven't had kids, but I'm still feeling a lot of the same things that she has. Act 1 and Act 2, when she's flirting with George and trying to have that connection and discovering that love that they share and everything. I've had those types of moments. And so it's really cool to kind of dive into it and feel it, and it, like Gilbert said, it's cathartic sometimes. It's very therapeutic.
Just to add, from a philosophical perspective, acting is real life.
Yeah.
Every day, every human acts. When you work your job, if you work at Starbucks, you're acting. Oh, yes, customer, yes, I'll do whatever you say, right? When you go home and you speak to your parents, you act one way in front of your parents than you do with your friends. Acting is a part of our lives, and it's recognizing that and then saying, okay, I shift in my everyday life personality or persona all the time. I'm a different person with these people than these people. Then you already recognize I have the skill to go up on stage and be somebody else.
Yeah.
And I really believe, and this is part of the philosophy of MPC theater, is that acting is for everyone. And so part of what we're doing as part of this is we're bringing in high school students that haven't experienced theater before from 6 different high schools in the area to come and see a live performance and say, maybe I could be up there one day,
Yeah. I guess life is a performance.
It is. It really is. Life is every single aspect of our lives that we can look at has some element of performance in it. And being able to recognize it, then acknowledge it, allows you to dive into that even more. I mean, we're on a podcast. This is performance,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Yeah.
You know? Gilbert, have anything
Oh,
to add?
yeah, no. Yeah, no, I think it's, as someone, because, I did theater a little bit as, like, a little kid,
Yeah.
but I didn't revisit it until last year. I started coming here. So it's definitely, like, it's helped me to explore my emotions a little bit, and just, I mean, it's kind of like what Tara was saying, it's like, oh, yeah, I've gone through this. Like, this is, whoa. So, it's you kind of discover these parts of yourself that you never really thought about before, and you start to realize, oh, I'm not the only one that's gone through this. This is a universal thing, and especially with this play, too. There's a lot of universal themes, and yeah, I think it's really neat, and it is cool. This program especially is just, really allow that the freedom to explore and to be creative, and to find yourself in the stories, and in the characters, and it's really cool.
What's the most challenging thing about being an actor?
Sometimes it's, I think, bringing up some of those emotions. Like in Act 3, for me, Emily has a lot of really big, deep moments, and she has a lot of feelings in these things, discovering that people don't pay attention in life, and they're not looking at the things they should be looking at. And for me, at least, what I've been noticing is it's hard to find a way to portray that without it seeming too fake. And that's also just me not having as much experience with straight plays. I'm used to musicals where when you get sad or whatever, you jump into a song and start dancing. So for me, that's been one of the challenges.
Learning the lines? No. It's this has been a great challenge. I'm just, that was off the cuff kind of.
No.
But I think too, as Tara said, it's playing the real emotions. I think, Todd, you said it's having that real intention makes all the difference, and remembering that as we go through this play. And I think you said another thing that resonated with me. It's a quiet play. It's not a loud play. It's a quiet play that's kind and loving and sad and wonderful, and there's life and death, and there's eternity. And I think for me, it's just, again, resonating that, being quiet, because sometimes we're not quiet people, and keeping in mind the intention so the people we are doing this for get it. And we're the messengers, and this is an important message, I think.
Going off what they're both saying, I'm just going to piggyback off everyone. I think, like, on a more, like, technical term, like, because it is such an intimate play, but we're doing it in such a big space, it's like trying to find the balance of, okay, what's big, but what's subtle as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's been a challenge for sure, and it's like, okay, because you don't want to overdo it, but then you don't want to be too quiet, because then no one's going to pick up on it. But I think with Act 3, just internally, it's been a challenge to just, like, I think for me personally, I have a hard time. There are certain emotions that I'm a little afraid to explore, but I think, with this play in particular, it's kind of taught me to just explore it, like, it's okay to just kind of open that side up a little bit. And I think that's been the hardest part for me as that third act.
Yeah, for sure.
I think
You
for
don't even
everyone,
have
yeah.
any lines.
Yeah, I know, yeah. So it's just, yeah, it's very, yeah, it's challenging, but it's,
I mean, sometimes it's harder to act without lines.
yeah,
It is so
yeah,
much so.
yeah. But then you got Faith over here who has a monologue that's 2 pages long, so it's like, oh, holy cow, it's, you know, that's, everyone is doing something that's challenging, but, you know, that's sort of the beauty of it. We're all kind of in it together.
And I would just add, I think the beauty of this whole cast, we have an extremely wonderful cast full of wonderful people. And it's a safe place for us to explore and do different things. And there's no judgment. And I think Todd had set the tone for us. And I think that's just a gift.
To add to that, just I think the challenge, like moving out of this play and just to be an actor, the challenge is, can one be vulnerable in all circumstances? When you're exhausted because you've worked 2 shifts and then you're going to rehearsal and you just don't want to have a day anymore, and can you still be vulnerable, and can you allow yourself to turn the judgment hat off and just be? Allow yourself to just be. And we have a tough time in life doing that as humans. But that's something that this craft really allows us to do. And I've been doing this since I was 8 years old, and I know for me, it's impacted my life. The study of theater has impacted my life. It's made me more open in conversation in life.
Yeah.
It's made me open to so many possibilities that I probably wouldn't have explored otherwise.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I took acting about 3 years ago here, and I'd say the hardest part for me was getting out of the headspace of, like, I guess, real life, and just like, how do I say this? I guess just turning that switch off and entering the space of, like, theater.
Yeah.
I think that was the most difficult part
And
for me.
theater versus film, right?
Yeah.
In film, you can really, I mean, there are plenty of actors out there that have never been in a film before, and then suddenly they find themselves starring in a film because you have 120 takes that you can get that exact moment in realism to be what you want it to be. And that's the challenge of theater, where you got one shot. You're out there and it's happening. And when something goes wrong, because it will,
Yep.
you have to be able to maintain that.
Yeah.
And that's another set of challenges.
You have
Yeah.
to be able to trust your fellow actors that they're going to help you if, something happens. And then that you'll be able to help them, too.
Absolutely.
The amount of things I've seen go wrong in a theater
Yep.
during a performance.
Absolutely.
I just love it when I go, oh, why aren't they doing that?
Yeah.
And it was me. I'm like, oh, gosh.
It's my line, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I felt like I was missing something.
Yeah, I forgot my line, and I stood there for about a minute.
Sure. Yeah. That happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it really, like I was saying, theater is such a great vehicle. Even if you don't imagine yourself to be an actor in life or a director or a producer, and technical theater, there's so much to theater. It's if you're not a sports person, and I love sports, but my body said no long ago. But if you're not a sports person, it's the one place where you can really have a team.
Yeah.
And you can really build community. And that's what we've done here at MPC Theater, is build community together
Yeah.
and make a place where, as Faith was saying, we can all just be together. And what's been really nice about this play is that I've cried 15 times in rehearsal. We've all cried together. And this gives us a space in which we can have a communal experience together.
Would you say that theater is a way of exploring humanity?
this is a perfect example. I mean, this play is about
Yeah.
humanity and humanness, I think, and like I was saying before, it transcends, the time, 1938 and today. And it's so funny, after learning all the lines and going through this, I have all these moments in my real life going, oh, you know what they say in the play about that? This is what they say. And it's exactly the moment, and the same thing is happening. And I'm keep just surprising myself, you know. It's real life.
Yeah, it's just such a real show. It's, you know, we've all been through the things that are discussed in the show, and it's that's just what's great about it. I mean, yeah, like what Faith said, it just transcends time, and it's still relevant.
Yeah, I mean, Emily, my character, she has so many monologues and things in Act 3, just talking about all the things she's missed and the things she's gonna miss as she, you know, returns to like the world of the dead, and like how no one pays attention to these things, and like now I'm paying attention to those things in my real life. Like just going through this is reminding me not to take these things for granted. And I mean, I think COVID also did that for a lot of people as well. It kind of made us realize that we do need to pay more attention to these things. And so like some of that is kind of influencing my take on this character in this play as well, and just remembering all of these things and trying not to let them slip by without appreciating them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think theater in general is, you know, it started in ancient Greece, along with the ideas of democracy and the republic. These are fundamental to being a human on this earth. And they viewed, those philosophers at the time viewed theater as the way to connect to the full group of humans that they were working with, or they were with in society and building society with.
Yeah.
And our society, you know, that's why doing a classic play like this from 100 years ago is so important, because today I think, you know, we're very much in love with spectacle. We're very much in love with like flashy, easy to digest, you know, like you think about action films, or you think about like big flashy musicals. And that's one aspect of theater. But a drama like this, or an Arthur Miller piece, or a Tennessee Williams piece, or, you know, Waiting for Godot even, a Samuel Beckett piece, these pieces are doing what theater was set out to do thousands of years ago, which was to make us question, to make us think, to make us go, what am I doing on Earth? Oh my goodness, my time is up. I got to do something now. And so I think, to answer your question, it goes back to our human needs, and that's where it started.
So I'm trying to think of a follow-up question. Worst experience you've had in
Worst experience?
in acting? Yeah, I mean on stage.
Gosh. I mean, it's unfortunate, but there's always people that kind of have a bit of an ego, and that can make things difficult when, like, you're there to have fun and do your best, and other people are just, like, taking it way too seriously or not seriously enough, and just making the experience difficult for everyone. And it's kind of like, you know, at least for me, I come here, I do theater because I enjoy it. I enjoy the process. I enjoy helping the audience feel things, whether it's like they're really thinking about the idea of the play, or it's just a fun musical and they're just enjoying the music and the dance. And it's like, it's sad when I come here to do the work and I'm not enjoying it because of other things happening, other people, or whatever else is going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally, like 100%. That's just like, it's hard when you want to take it seriously, you know, you want to just do it, like when you're passionate about it, but then other people might not be as passionate, and, you know, it's hard to get in that headspace, like, okay, I'm here, I'm doing this, when, you know, you got people, you know, scrolling through TikTok or whatever backstage, and it's just like, crap. But, you know, I don't know. This kind of reminded me of an experience that I had. I don't know why I thought of this, but just bad theater experiences. But I was in a show last summer, and it was like a bar scene, and my character's supposed to stand up and get mad at one point, and so I stood up, I bumped the table, and I broke a wine glass. So I was just, I mean, that was new for me because it's like, oh crap, I've never, like, how do I handle this? And I mean, that was just like improv 101, you know, it's like what I have to come up with something because it, you know, everyone saw it, but you know, it was that thing, and you know, throughout that experience as well, going on like what Tara was saying, there were some people who, you know, they just would not practice their lines, you know, and it's like during performances we'd have to, you know, swing in and try and get them to remember their lines. So it's, you know, there's this, it's a whole thing, but yeah, I think that's always the hardest part of creating something. It's just, yeah.
Well, my experience is probably a lot more shallow. I was doing Elmire and Tartuffe, which is a, you know, restoration comedy, French restoration, with the whole thing with the dress and the big skirt and the hair, and I make an exit, and I walk up my dress basically and fall flat on my face.
Oh no.
So all I could think of was everybody's like, oh, and all I could do was, and what do you do when you've done that? I just elegantly stood up, picked up my dress, and walked off.
Yep.
And that's the only thing I could do, was because it had totally probably destroyed the picture of Elmire, but going off, it worked, and it was fine. You know, I got
All you
up.
can do when those
It's
things happen.
exactly,
I
it
have
was like-
fallen on stage so many times.
I know, it's like, whoa, that was lovely.
And those things happen, which is what makes this
Yeah.
fun. Like, that's why,
Yeah.
you know, when you watch a film, it's going to be perfect every time, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to change. And that's what makes theater so exciting, is like, am I going to be at the performance when A, B, or C happens? Right? Like,
Yeah.
I've been in similar situations where a costume piece doesn't work, or, you know, glass breaks. I've been in a show where major glass spillage on stage. But I think that's kind of the fun of it, is that you can see, especially if you know theater. I go to a show hoping to see those kind of things,
Yeah.
because I'm like, ooh, how are they gonna hit it? What's gonna happen? Oh.
When you're an actor, you can like always tell if something was supposed to happen or not.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know the show, you're like, I got a feeling that something went a little wrong there.
And then you go after the show and you're like, wasn't this supposed
Yeah.
to be? And they're like, yeah, we were panicking.
Yeah.
That's the fun.
It really teaches you how to adapt and think on the fly.
sure.
I mean, that's the, you want to learn that. I mean, this is how you learn it. It's just, yeah.
And that's the part of being a team.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
each other,
Yeah.
and if you don't know it, they're gonna trusting the people
Right.
you work with, and you know, somehow you'll get out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like with films, there's kind of like a, I don't know how to say it, but it's like, I don't know if precision's the right word, but it's just like films are emotional, but they're organized.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it, but
yeah.
there's like a certain order to it. But theater is more of a, I feel like you're experiencing human emotions in real time.
It's a living organism.
Yeah.
I mean, each show is different, and like you were saying, the film stays the same. And you think about it, the people that have the control of it, they can get it to be perfect the way they want it to look. Todd, he has to watch us and go, oh, look at them.
He's like, that was good. That was not good.
That was good. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
there's no control.
And then you have these happy accidents sometimes where like the actor doesn't even realize it, but they do something slightly differently. And then our director up in the back of the theater is like, that was amazing. Keep that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Well, and I think
I
that's
love
the
that.
going back to challenge.
Yeah.
I think that's, and I think we're all experiencing this with this play. This play was pretty much, we could have performed it a month ago, like, and it would have been fine, you know. But my challenge to our actors has been, okay, we know it really well. Now can we forget it and just live in it? And that, I think, is the biggest challenge with that that I've experienced as an actor and that I see our young actors working on. And it's just like a film take where you can do 60 different takes and each one can be different. You can do the same thing in theater and each day can be different. And each time you go through the scene can be different. But then you go, oh, wait, but I was supposed to move there last time. And, you know, and all that stuff kind of works together to create the circumstances of live theater.
So, closing statements.
Come see this play. It's, I think it's a rare experience, this play, and I think the people in it are very special. It's a special moment. So that's what I would say.
Come see this play. It's such a wonderful show, and the cast, they're so good. They're all just so good. And you gotta come support them. And it's really just, it's an amazing play.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we've got so talented people in the cast, but also the crew. I mean, like our costumers, our set designers, they've been doing an amazing job. And like, even though it is kind of a deep emotional play at times, it's also just fun and it's just an enjoyable experience. Just bring tissues for Act 3. Act 3 gets a little real.
And then there's those lovely moments, you know, when I love watching, you know, both Gilbert and Tara. I giggle. We just laugh because they're so cute. They're way so cute. And we're like, oh, that's so sweet.
To just a closing statement, last time this play was performed on this peninsula was 1987.
Really?
1987.
1987.
1987. So this may be a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see this play on this peninsula. Like, no joke. And this is a top 5 American play of all time. It's an American story. It's a uniquely American story. And at this time in our lives, with the crazy life that we're living right now in terms of technology and all the things, this presents an opportunity for us to slow down.
Yeah.
We're viewing this as a meditative experience. So come do a little 2-hour meditation with us and view Our Town, a play that you'll never get the chance to see maybe again.
A once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when's opening night?
We are playing November 13th through the 23rd of November. And we officially, our students are coming free on Thursday the 13th or Thursday the 20th. Free for all MPC students. So no excuse, y'all.
I will be there.
All right.
Supporting. Okay.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Our
It was a-
pleasure.
It was a pleasure to have all of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mind if I get a